Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Courtney. Today I have got another multi-seasonal home decor piece that I hope you guys will enjoy. If you are new, I hope you will consider sticking around by hitting that subscribe button. And for now, let's get into today's Fall in July DIY. Okay, so let me show you the Dollar Tree option. So originally I had this 8x10 canvas, and basically what you want to do is just detach the actual canvas from the frame, and then once you do that, set that aside. Now I do not like in the corners of these little holes right there, so I do fill those with wood filler. Just keep in mind that you want to make sure you use a wood filler that you can paint or stain, otherwise it will be noticeable that you filled them. And then you can paint your frame, stain it, and then decide when you attach it back if you want to use the back of it for more of a farmhouse look. You can attach the back, or if you want to use a white, you can attach this, or if you want to paint a background like black to make it kind of chalkboard a look, then you would want to paint the white side. Now, this is the, at this point, this is where I found this for super cheap from Hobby Lobby. So what I'm going to do here is just simply tape off the frame because I like the frame as is. And then I'm going to take some vintage white folk art paint, acrylic paint, and I'm going to paint 4 coats on top of the print of this frame. Okay, while that's drying, I'm going to start working on what I'm going to use for my banner. So this is a piece of felt. It's actually called Pumpkin Spice, and that's just a piece of cardboard I had, and then I pulled some random buffalo check ribbon as well as this chalkboard ribbon for like a Christmas one. So basically what I'm going to do for my felt and for the cardboard, I'm going to cut them in strips about 1.5 inches wide. Okay, now that I have my strips cut, now I'm going to cut the felt into 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch squares. And how many of these squares you need just kind of depends on what your banner is, but I ended up doing 4 of these orange ones. And then of course for the cardboard, as you can see there on the right, I cut them to about 1 inch wide, and I did enough to spell out Happy Fall. Okay, so I decided I wanted to stamp my words happy and fall. Now my stamping game is kind of 50-50. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's terrible. So of course when I started, and you'll see this in a second, I pushed down too hard. I mean, you kind of have to know exactly how much pressure to put. But anyway, I'm just using black ink. There you go, messed up. Flip it over, all good. And I'm gonna do happy, and then as a tip, what I would recommend, had I not messed up, I'd go ahead and do like merry on the background. You could do spring, another 5-letter word basically, and then that way, as you're making all these different little decorations for the different seasons, some of them can be used more than once, so you're kind of repurposing and making your materials stretch further. So basically, I'm just gonna go through and stamp out the words happy and fall, and then I'm gonna start snipping my orange felt. Okay, so now I'm going to start kind of pulling this together so I know what it's going to look like. So I am just using some of the tiny clothespins that you can get in a pack from Dollar Tree. Depending on what size of actual sign you have, you could use the next size up or what have you. But I'm just going to use these, and I decided to just leave them natural color. I was going to put some of my brown cream wax on it, but then I nixed that idea. So basically, once I get the clothespins on there, I'm going to kind of decide about my little pennant banners and kind of just play around with designs for quite a while, if I'm being honest, like a really long time. And then finally I'll start kind of pulling it together. At this moment, I decided I really didn't like the sharp lines of the Happy and Fall, so I grabbed my little decorative scissors. I got this huge pack from Michael's quite a while ago and picked the little scalloped end and decided to just clip the end for this. Again, this is totally customizable. There are so many options. Yeah, you could spend a lot of time trying to design this. I'll just say that. Okay, so now I'm going to take my twine as soon as I am done untangling it, because that's how I roll sometimes when I have too much twine. I just feel like, why not spend extra time untangling things? Okay, so to attach the twine, this is basically what I did. I first wanted to know or kind of figure out if I wanted it to go straight across or kind of have a little bit of a droop. I decided on the droop, and to get it attached really securely, I basically kind of pushed the picture away from the frame, and then I put some hot glue in that gap, shoved the twine in there, put a little more hot glue, and then squeezed it. And I feel like this is a sturdier way to make sure it's secure, because if you stick it just directly to your sign, it will come off because you're kind of tugging on it when you're placing things on there, and I just don't feel like it will be very secure. Now, if you're doing the Dollar Tree version with the canvas, you can do this as well very easily. Just kind of push the canvas down and do the same process. So I'm going to basically do this for all of my twine, and then I will be ready to start hanging all of my little pieces onto my board. Once I glued that first little piece, what I decided I wanted to do very quickly was just go ahead and attach my first row of letters and the pennant banners so I could kind of decide how far down I wanted it to hang, because it does put some weight on it. So just keep that in mind. If you are trying to get a certain amount, that's just kind of what I did. And then once I figured out how much, I took it all off again, and then I glued the other piece in. Okay, so once I get this all finished, basically what I did after I got the Happy Fall and my 4 little orange banner pieces up, I sat there and just messed with it, adding buffalo check ribbon, taking ribbon off, adding fabric, you know, putting some stamped leaves on a piece of card. I mean, I did a lot of things, and honestly, I didn't film it because it was just too much. It was too much, too many ideas, like pretty much just going all over the place. So yeah, once this is all finished, I'm about to show you what I finally decided on for the Happy and Fall. Now again, you can do this for so many different seasons. I just think it's a great versatile multi decor piece that you could use, and let me show you what the final product ended up being. Okay, and here is the final product. As you can see, I ended up basically adding 2 little buffalo check banner things to the bottom and then 2 little bows to the top, orange triangles, and I just love how it turned out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up if you love fall DIYs. Stay tuned for some DIY shoutouts from my Facebook group, and until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!